Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Xiong. Not every Asian economy has reported the fourth quarter and the full-year economic numbers, but estimates compiled by CNBC from official sources and institutions such as the International Monetary Fund showed Vietnam outperforming all its regional peers last year. The Vietnamese economy grew 2.9% last year from a year ago, according to government estimates released in late December. That's better than China's forecast, beating 2.3% growth during the same period. Vietnam did not experience a single quarter of economic contraction at a time when many economies globally were weighed down by the coronavirus pandemic. Over the past years, some economists have questioned the veracity of Vietnam's gross domestic product data. Nevertheless, many economists appeared to be optimistic that the country's economic growth will accelerate this year. Here is a look at how Vietnam became the top-performing economy in the region and what lies ahead for the country. 1. Containing COVID. Despite neighboring China, where COVID-19 was first detected, Vietnam has reported just over 1,500 infections and 35 deaths as of Tuesday, January 26, according to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. On February 1st last year, Vietnam kicked off a series of initiatives to tackle the spread of COVID-19. It suspended all flights to and from China. It also decided to keep schools closed after the Lunar New Year break. 2 weeks later, a 21-day quarantine was imposed in Vinh Phuc province, north of Hanoi. That decision was sparked by concerns over the health status of migrant workers returning from Wuhan, China, where the virus originated. Vietnam's proactive efforts come after 2 decades in which the country has experienced a large improvement in quality of life. Between 2002 and 2018, an economic transformation helped to lift more than 45 million Vietnamese out of poverty. GDP per capita has more than doubled to over 2,500 in 2018, when the country saw real GDP growth of 7.1%. The health of the nation has improved too. Life expectancy rose from 71 years in 1990 to 76 in 2015. The country's handling of the virus outbreak was internationally hailed as a model for other developing nations to follow and helped its economy to continue growing throughout 2020. The Bank of America economists said that this strong economic run will likely continue this year. The bank forecast the Vietnamese economy growing 9.3% this year, a much higher growth rate than the 6.7% expansion projected by the World Bank. As a single-party state with large and well-organized military and security services, Vietnam has been able to make decisions quickly and enact them promptly. There is also a strong culture of surveillance, with the people expected to inform on their neighbors if they suspect any wrongdoing. Anyone found sharing fake news and misinformation about the coronavirus risks a visit from the police, and around 500 people have been fined so far. It's not the kind of approach that is likely to work in more open societies, but with limited clinical resources at its disposal, Vietnam has seemingly managed to get the outbreak under control. 2. Resilient exports. Vietnam's manufacturing sector was widely credited for the economy's outperformance last year, with production growing on the back of steady export demand. That's a trend that will persist in the coming years, said economists. Fitch Solutions said in a December report, quote, "Considering that Vietnam has been a major beneficiary of the supply chain relocation diversification trend out of China over the past several years, we see large scope for growth in Vietnamese exports in the years to come," unquote. Vietnam has also inked several new trade agreements, such as with the UK and the European Union, which could further boost trade flows. One potential threat to the growth in Vietnam's export, and therefore its overall economic outlook is sanctions by the US former President Donald Trump's administration in December labeled Vietnam a currency manipulator. That would allow the US to take punitive actions such as tariffs on imports from Vietnam. But analysts from Australian bank ANZ said they don't expect any immediate actions from the US, partly because President Joe Biden's administration may not take as hard a line on the matter as under President Trump. 3. Recovery in services. Vietnam's services sector, which was badly hit in the pandemic, picked up towards the end of 2020. Economists said the extent of the recovery in services, especially in tourism, will determine how quickly Vietnam's economy will return to its pre-pandemic path. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly.